Yo, the game ain't been the same since Big ain't been here. R.I.P. Biggie Smalls, man. R.I.P. Biggie Smalls, man. March 9th is the day that a legend died, bro. So R.I.P. Biggie Smalls, man. A legend in his own right. Just the legend of Brooklyn, the Godfather. You know, I call him the king of BK. You know, after him there is it's nobody else. But yeah, let's get into it. So, I wanted to do this video because I really wanted to talk about this whole Doechii, this whole modern day black woman. I just want people to really listen to what Doechii said on Hot Wings. The hot ones, I mean. And then I just want to really address modern day black women and really, really talk about the mindset of these women. But yeah, let's let Doechii talk, and then we gonna get into it.
Okay, what's my biggest dating red?
Let's get into it. So, let me say this, right? Modern day black women and just modern day women in general is just terrible. They are toxic, and the thing I don't understand is, right, is that how can women in a community, right, can say, and I just want to know, and after this video over, I just want to hear from the real solid women. I don't care if you black, white, Hispanic, whatever. I just want to hear from the real solid women, you know, that are living in 2024, 2024. In 2025, that y'all agree with the BS that Doechii said, that a red flag to her is heterosexual men. Like, that is crazy, but you have to understand, these is modern day women. Modern day black women. Modern day women is toxic. And not only that they're toxic, but they anti-black men and they anti-straight men. A lot of these modern women, you know, and I don't know what type of agenda they trying to push, but to sit up there and say that a red flag to you is a heterosexual man, so you don't have no problem dealing with a man that's on the damn low. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to realize this is a 26-year-old, you know, Gen Z, you know, because she's a Gen Z, you know, female, right? And the mindset of these women scares me, man. Like, this is why a lot of dudes don't even want to holler or talk to these type of dudes. This is why when you go to the club and you look at a lot of these Gen Z women, man, I'm telling y'all, these women that was born in, because the time frame of Gen Z is like 1997 and 1990, what is it, 1997? Yeah, 1997 Gen Z to 2012, right? So the mentality of these women, you know, is not the mentality of a millennial woman, a Gen X woman, a baby boomer woman. The mentality of these women is just different. It's odd. It's kind of disturbing, and it kind of like lose you a lot, because it's like when you hear a lot of these women that are Gen Zers, man, it's like the way they talk is like, yo, it's like it bewilders me, man. You know, it bewilders me, man. You know, that the whole soft girl, the whole e-girl, Vesco, you know, it's like, yo, the stuff that they come up with is like Barbie core, like the stuff that the titles that these women are making up in this era is like, yo, what are we talking about, man? Like to me, it just got worse, man. It just got worse, bro. And that's why I always say, like, the dating market and just the dating pool and is just so trash, man. You don't even know the type of woman you dealing with out here. Like when you hear a female just get up on a podcast and say out her mouth that a heterosexual man is a red flag, that just sound wild to me, bro. That sound wild to me. Like, I don't know, but that sound wild. Like that's the type of woman that we dealing with. Like this type of woman that people is dealing with right now. Like as a straight man, like you don't want to deal with somebody that's a straight man, so you don't mind dealing with a man that go both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's some industry. That's really some industry plan. That's really some agent provocateur BS pushing a messed up agenda. You know what I'm saying? That you out here pumping that basically you like men that go both ways. You know, and I ain't never heard no bisexual woman say she want to deal with no men that go both ways. You know, they'll rather, if they're going to deal with a man, they're going to deal with a real man. They're going to deal with a heterosexual male. They're not going to deal with no man that want to dip and dive both ways. That right there is just, whoa. When I heard that, I'm like, yo, is this for real? That's like, it's crazy to me. Like, I could understand why a lot of these young boys is dating women that's older than them. Y'all notice that? I could understand why a lot of young dudes that's in their 20s and even teens is dating older women. Because the chicks that are in 2025, these modern day women, is so burnt out and they so confused and they so dysfunctional that who wants to deal with that? You know what I mean? I showed my moms this. Yo, she's like, yo, they both look confused. She went, what? She like, what? She said, what? Like, because it's like, yo, that bugged me out when I saw that, yo. That bugged me out because I'm like, yo, who in their right mind is going to say some nonsense like that you'll rather date a homosexual male or bisexual, whatever, gay man, bisexual man, but you just sit there and say you will date a man that's bisexual. And this is the stuff that basically, you know, Top Dog is promoting. This is the artist that you were promoting. That shorty saying some nonsense like that. Like, come on, man. Like, that's weird to me, man. That's weird to me, Mo. That's weird to me, man. Like, that's why I'll be like, yo, some of these chicks be a turn off, bro. A lot of these chicks, man. In like 2025, man. These, I'm telling you, these Gen Z, you know, chicks that was born in 97, 98, 99, bro. They be literally a turn off, bro. Because of some of the nonsense that they be saying, son. Like, yo, You saying, yo, you would mess with a dude that is gay? That sleep with both, that go both ways? That you might end up getting a disease or anything? Like, you really is putting your life on risk dealing with somebody like that? That scares me, man. That really do scare me, man. Like, I've heard some wild, off-the-wall stuff, but I ain't never heard no off-the-wall stuff like that where a female saying some nonsense. Like, to me, that a lot of people should be talking about that conversation. That Doechii conversation. Like, she's the prime example why modern day women are a red flag. Like, Doechii is the prime example why modern day women are a red flag. And I understand why. Because that type of logic and that type of mindset is a red flag for anybody. These are the same type of chicks that are pro Me Too. These are the same type of chicks that is heavy hypersexualized, and they're very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, these type of chicks, man, you don't want to be messing with. When I heard that nonsense, bro, I had to turn it off, bro. Like, I ain't never heard no female say no nonsense like that in my life, bro. Where the chick say, yo, a red flag to me. Like, she could have said anything. A red flag is a DL man, or red flag is a big. But when you saying that a red flag to you is a heterosexual male, so you basically saying that if a male is not dealing with dudes and females at the same time, I'm not dealing with them. And that just to me, man, like, that really sound like that just sound bizarre. Like, that type of stuff sound bizarre to me, man. And it's like, yo, that is crazy that somebody could say that. That's like, yo, that is crazy. Like, to me, that's a straight up turn off. It's a straight up turn off. Like, when she said that, like, I sent my mans this, and he liked Shorty. Like, really, really like Shorty whole style. He was feeling her. She like, yo, Shorty bad, yo, I like Shorty, right? Yo, when I sent my mans that, he like, yo, oh no. Nah, she canceled. Bro, the bro was like, yo, she canceled. And I'm like, yo, I can't blame the bro for saying she canceled, because, yo, you literally sitting up here saying that you will deal with a man that swing both ways. You don't got no shame saying that. Like, that literally is like, yo, that's what? That's bugged out. Like, she literally is bugged out for even saying some nonsense like that on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? That is bugged out to me. That is weird to me, man. It's literally weird to me, man. Like, who would take somebody like that serious in the dating field? Like, she straight up that straight up agent talk to me. Like, yo, like, a red flag is like, yo, what? A straight dude is a red flag to you? Like, that make you do like the Scooby-Doo. You scratching your head like, yo, like, because it's like, yo, you saying that literally dating a man that like men and like women is cool with you. So, you cool with that. Like, that, okay, I get it. You say you bisexual, you go both ways, but I've never heard a woman that's bisexual say she want to deal with a dude that like the same sex and like to deal with women that is the opposite sex. I ain't never, all my life I live in this world, bro, I ain't never heard no chick say no nonsense like that, bro. But when you dealing with these off the wall Gen Z females, bro, that's why I keep saying, bro, they weird, bro. That Generation Z is weird to me, bro. They all over the place. They mad confused and they all over the place. You know, that's why, you know, I'm glad I'm not Gen Z. I'm glad that I'm a part of the millennial generation, because to be a part of that Gen Z generation is weird. Y'all can have that weird generation, man. You feel me? Y'all can have that Gen Z generation, because that generation is weird off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like the millennial generation was the last great generation ever, bro. Gen Z is weird. And then we got Gen Alpha that's like, yo, that generation is going to be off the charts. But Gen Z is off the meat rack. And now I understand, like I said, I couldn't figure out, yo, why all these young boys that's playing in the NBA, all these young boys that's Generation Z, they all dealing with chicks that's in my generation. Like, they dealing with all the millennial chicks. Or they dealing with, you know, Gen X chicks. They dealing with older chicks. And I'm like, yo, why are they dealing with Gen X females or millennial chicks? They not dealing with their own generation, that Generation Z chicks. And then I realized why. Because all them Gen Z chicks is burnt out. They weird. And they really is all over the place. You know? They all over the place. You know? And it's like, yo, they don't know, like, they big on that feminist, they big on the feminist BS. And they big on everything, bro. Like, it's just, to me, that's a toxic generation, man. You know, no wonder that the crime rate is so high and why murders is going on, because that's a toxic, crazy generation, man. You know? Like, I just don't understand that Gen Z generation, man. You know? Me personally, I just don't understand that Gen Z generation. You know, I don't understand it at all, bro. At all. You know, that generation is, like I said, man, that generation is all over the place. You know, they go all over the place. And Doechii is a part of that generation. You know, Doechii is a part of that generation. She a part of that Gen Z generation. You know, that generation is a weird generation. You know, that generation is a weird generation for real. You know, like, that generation to me is just socially awkward. You could tell, even like I said, you could tell when you go to the clubs. Like, and you could see, like, them Gen Z chicks, they don't want to dance with dudes. They don't want to deal with dudes. And the Gen Z young boys, they want to deal with dudes all day. You know? But you got some Gen Z dudes that, like I said, I already told y'all, that like to deal with older females. And I don't blame them. I don't blame none of the Gen Zs that want to deal with females, bro, that's older than them. Because they looking at, yo, these chicks is burnt out, they washed up, and they all over the place. They don't want to deal with no real solid dudes. They want to deal with dudes that's extra soft, extra feminine, extra beta, and they just want to deal with like what Doechii taught me. Oh, to be honest with you, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's weird, man. Like, to hear a conversation like that is weird. Like, a chick get on a podcast and say something like that is really weird. That is really weird, man. Like, she literally get on a podcast and say out her mouth that she would rather deal, that she think that heterosexual men are a red flag. Like, she should have kept that opinion to herself. She shouldn't even said anything, because that right there is a huge turnoff. Like, a dude don't even want to talk to you now, because that's a turnoff. That's a turnoff. And that's why I said, like, Gen Z females are becoming a turnoff to a lot of men. And I'm talking about younger men. They're a turnoff. You know what I'm saying? If they wasn't a turnoff, you would see more younger dudes having babies by women their age. You wouldn't see younger dudes dealing with older females. You wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see Gen Z dudes dealing with older females. They'll rather deal with an older chick than deal with a chick the same age as them. Because like I said, man, Gen Z is just weirdos. Chicks is just weirdos. You know? And like I said, it's getting worse. You know, it's getting worse and worse and worse. In the dating market and in the dating field, it's getting worse. So, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Buzz Gotti, man. Salute. I just wanted to come here and just do this video. Y'all already know what it is. Salute, man.